Not all of us have Linux-friendly laptops, so today we're going to show you how to do some fun shit with Windows XP.
Netstumbler needs little introduction. It's straightforward and to the point. It lets you scan for wireless networks. It's one of the best tools and is often used by the government, hackers, and security professionals. Start up Netstumbler and click Device. Then select your network card. Now click the green arrow to start scanning. Netstumbler is basic, but it has some nice features. You can set up a sound script so it can tell you whether a network is open or encrypted, and what type of encryption it uses. This is an extremely useful feature when you're the one driving. If you have a GPS card, Netstumbler can track, log, and estimate the transmission range. Netstumbler is a definite must-have for anyone who's interested in war driving. The main downfall to Netstumbler is it takes total control over your network card, so you can't connect to any networks while it's running. Look at LAN as a nice little network scanner. It gives you a good deal of information about the network you're on. You can scan a host or a LAN. To scan a LAN, click Create New Profile. Then select the card you want to scan with. Now hit Next. The network will be scanned for an active IP address and will be scanned every 10 minutes unless you tell it not to. Let's start a scan. The top left window is Scan Stats. The right shows Graphs and Reports. The bottom are discovered machines and whether or not it's Windows. Double-click on any machine to get more info. The top left is Ping Reports, Host Name, and Traceroute. The left shows Mail, SNMP, and Network Shares. Network shares can be mapped to a drive for exploration. It also shows a port scan with possible active services. Look at LAN is great for simple scanning once you hop on a network. It's simple to use and easy to configure. Some of you may not know what a port is. A port is just that. It's a way to connect to a service. Any service such as IRC or web servers can run on any port number. But people often use the default ranges. For example, websites run on port 80 and 8080. So it's safe to assume that if port 80 or 8080 is running, the system is running some kind of HTTP server. Knowing the port and service is great, but you need a client. Netscan by SoftPerfect is a standalone network scanner. This program allows you to put in a range of IPs to scan. You can put in your local subnet address, and you can scan your local broadband connection for open and active connections. First thing we need to do is configure it to look for shares. Click Options, then Program Options. Now click the Shares tab. Select Scan for Shared Resources. Select Check for Write Access. Select All. Then click OK. Now we need to set your IP range. Click Options. Now click Detect External IP Address. Click Go and Use. Change it to scan your whole subnet. Your subnet is the first two sets of numbers in your IP from range 1.1 to range 255.255. Now click Start Scanning. This could take a few hours to scan. Now that some time has passed, let's take a look at the networks we found. The little blue computers you are looking at are the computers on this subnet. Not all of them have shares. You see the ones with the little plus in the box next to them? Those have shares. Click on the box to explore. Any of the folders in there are shared to the world. Take a look inside, see if there's anything interesting. You'd be amazed at what you might find. The ones that have a little lock in front of them, those are password protected. Most of the time people do not set passwords, so try hitting enter and see if it lets you in. If you must have a username, try the computer name. You'd be amazed at how dumb people are. Cain Abel is a little complex. It has a Wi-Fi scanner, a network scanner, a port scanner, and a slew of other useful features. Although Cain has all of these features, I still like other standalone programs that do some of its functions. The main thing I like about Cain Abel is it can perform an address resolution protocol spoof attack. An APR poison attack is commonly called a man-in-the-middle attack. Basically, your computer will sit between the router or switch and the networked machine and actively capture data. This can be used to intercept plain text passwords, image, or even voice over IP. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate how to capture voice over IP. Click Configure, then Filters and Ports. Make sure SIP and RTP are enabled, then click OK. Now start Sniffer and APR. Once you're done capturing, simply stop the Sniffer and APR. To listen to your captured conversation, open your Cain Abel folder, open the Voice over IP folder, and play the WAV file with your favorite media player. I haven't been able to capture voice over IP with Wi-Fi yet, so it's best to try with a wired connection. One of the last things I want to mention is Cain Abel is listed as a virus. It will make your virus scanner go apeshit. When messing with programs like this, it's best to use a computer that you don't mind formatting. Turn off any antivirus and firewall software you have running. There's many other features that are included in Cain Abel. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to explain them all today. If you're interested in learning more, remember, Google is your friend. Ethereal is some pretty hardcore shit. It's not for the faint at heart. It will capture data coming from a network connection and allow you to see exactly what's going on. Ethereal isn't easy, and it takes some understanding to learn how to use it. Click Capture, then Interface. Select the network card you want to use, and click Capture. Once you're done capturing, click Done. Now look at your incoming packets. Find one that says AIM Incoming. Now expand the message block. Now go down to Message and read the capture message. Ethereal can be used to capture all kinds of shit. Everything from email to instant messengers, even IRC. In the Windows world, nothing is safe. These are just a few simple tools you can use on your Windows XP machine to do some basic scans and analysis. Keep in mind, this is just some basic stuff. I didn't go into much detail of their functions or capabilities. There are much more in detail tools that can do a great job, but this is just to get you started until you think you're ready to handle harder things.
Today we're going to show you how to conceal all your computer equipment without anybody knowing that you're carrying all the crap.
Well, not only just computer equipment, but valuable electronics. I mean, everyone nowadays carries a cell phone. Most people carry a handheld device like PDAs, or smartphones, or what the hell ever. iPods especially. Oh man. Well, if you notice, I'm standing here in my trench coat. Now, I like trench coats because they fit what I like to do, and I like to go out with a lot of expensive electronics, laptops, Wi-Fi scanners, pocket PC, a lot of phone phreaking gear, and the last thing I want to do is have all of this equipment hanging off me advertising that I'm up to no good. So the trench coat basically just conceals everything. Now, the number one reason why I really enjoy a trench coat is not only does it go all the way down to my ankles, if a pickpocket comes up to me, bumps into me, and tries to pick anything out of my pockets, he has a hard time because you've got to get through the actual coat itself. So you don't essentially need a trench coat, but it's a good idea to actually have a coat that goes below your actual waist level, closer towards the middle of your thighs. That way, if you have a cell phone or a PDA on your waist, you just pull your coat over and no one can pull it right off. And that actually happens more often than you think. No matter what kind of neighborhood you're in, shit like that does happen. So I'm going to start getting naked for everyone. Ooh la la. And okay.